Girls, today we are going to discuss about the double angle formula. Similar, it is if I consider sine 2a. Now, as you can see, instead of a single angle A, we are considering 2a. That's why it is called double angle formula. I can write it as, so 2a is replaced by a plus a. If I use the compound angle formula, it will be I'm using compound angle formula for sine A plus A. That will be sine A, cos A, sine A. So both these expressions are same. So I can add them as 2 sine A cos A. So it is the formula for double angle. For sine of 2A is equal to 2 sine A cos A. So, or I can say that sine 2x is equal to this is the double angle formula for sine. Similarly, if I consider cos 2a, again I can write 2a as a plus a. So if I apply compound angle formula on a plus a, it will be cos a minus sine a sine a. That would be cos square a minus sine square a. So it is the formula for cos 2a. So cos 2a is equal to cos square a plus, minus sine square a. Similarly, if I replace sine square a by cos square a using sine square a is equal to 1 minus cos square a, I'll get cos square a minus 1 minus cos square a. So I'm using identity, sine square a is equal to 1 minus cos square a. Sine square a is replaced by 1 minus cos square a. On simplifying, I'll get 2 cos square a minus 1. So it is another form of cos 2a. So cos 2a will be equal to 2 cos square a minus 1. So cos 2a can be cos square a minus sine square a, or cos 2a can be 2 cos square a minus 1. So cos 2a can be written in these two forms. Similarly, if I replace cos by 1 minus, if I replace cos square a by 1 minus sine square a, then I'll get 2 into 1 minus sine square a minus 1. That would be equal to 2 minus 2 sine square a minus 1. That is 1 minus 2 sine square a. So it is another form for double angle, cosine of double angle. So cos 2a is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square a. So cos 2a can be written as cos square a minus sine square a. Cos 2a can be written as 2 cos square a minus 1, or cos 2a can be written as 1 minus 2 sine square a according to the situation. So cos 2a is equal to cos square a minus sine square a, or cos 2a could be 2 cos square a minus 1, or cos 2a is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square A. So cos 2A can be replaced by any one of these three identities. Tan 2A can be written as if I apply compound angle formula, it will be tan A plus tan A over 1 minus tan A tan A. That would be, if these two are identical terms, I can add them. These two are identical terms, I can multiply. So it will be 1 minus tan square A. So tan 2A is equal to 2 tan A over 1 minus tan square A. So it is the identity for tan 2A. So these are the identities for double angle formula. I went through these derivations quite quickly. So because these derivations are not that important, we have to learn how to apply the double angle formula for sine, cos, or tan. That is more important. That's why I went through the derivations quite quickly. Question is, solve sine 2x is equal to sine x, whereas x varies between 360 and 0. We know that to solve an equation, either we have all sines or all cos or all tan in the equation. We have all sines, but the angles are different. The angle should be same as well. Here the angle is 2x, here the angle is x. So remember, both these angles should be same, then we can operate further. So to make the angle same, I can apply the double angle formula. See, in the double angle formula, sine 2x is written as 2 sine x cos x. So double angle 2x becomes single angle x and x. So I'm going to change sine 2x into 2 sine x cos x because I need same angle in each trigonometric ratio. So sine 2x can be written as 2 sine x cos x is equal to sine x. So remember, we need same trigonometric ratios, only one, whether all the terms in the equation contain sine or cos or tan, or, and secondly, angles should be same as well. Sorry. In this case, trigonometric ratio was same but angle were different. So I changed sine 2x into 2 sine x cos x. I have applied the double angle formula to make the angles same. Shift sine x onto this side. I can take sine x as a common factor. Left is 2 cos x minus 1. So I have two factors, sine x is equal to 0 or Sin x is equal to 0. So sine is 0 at 0 degree or 180 degree. So x is equal to 0 or 180 degree or 360 degree. So sine is 0 at 0 degree, at 180 degree or at 360 degree. So for sin x to be 0, if I take sine inverse of 0, x will be 0, 180 or 360. Second, 2 cos x minus 1 is equal to gives cos x is equal to 1 by 2 or x is equal to cos inverse of 1 by 2. That it will give you the base angle of 60 degree. We know cos is positive. The cos is positive in first quadrant and in fourth quadrant. So in fourth quadrant, you have to consider the base angle again, 60. Remember, base angle is the angle from nearest x-axis. So from near x-axis, 60 degree. This is your first answer. And secondly, you have to calculate this angle from x-axis 0 in anti-clockwise direction. From positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction, we have to measure this angle. That would be 360 minus 60 is 60 and 300. So your final answer is x is equal to 0 degree, 60 degree, 180 degree, 300 and 360. These are all the solutions for x. So what I did here, normally we need same trigonometric ratio in each terms. We already had sine and sine, nothing wrong with it. But the problem was the angle in the first, on the left side I have an angle of the 2x, that is double angle. On the right side I have only x, single angle. I must have same angles in both the trigonometric ratios. That's why I have applied the double angle identity. Sin 2x replaced by 2 sin x cos x, and rest is just a simplification. Another example, we have to solve cos 2x plus 3 sin x. Is equal to 2, and where x varies between 0 to pi. We have cos 2x plus 3 sin x is equal to 2. As I told you, while solving, we need same trigonometric ratio in the whole equation. We have cos, we have sine. Sin x I cannot change into any other trigonometric ratio, but cos 2x can be replaced by cos square sine square, or 2 cos square minus 1, or 1 minus 2 sine square. In this case, I will prefer the third identity. Why it is so? Because I already have sine in the second term. So I want sine to be everywhere in this equation. So I'm replacing cos 2x by 1 minus 2 sine square x So we need to have all the same trigonometric ratios, and secondly, we need to have same angle as well. So 2x is changed into x, and cos is replaced by third identity, so that I have sines everywhere. Rearranging this equation, I'm going to shift all the terms on the other side. It becomes 2 sine square x minus 3 sine x plus 2 minus 1 is equal to 0. Factorizing this equation, we can easily factorize it. Its factor will be 2 sine x, 2 sine square x minus 2 sine x minus sine x plus 1 is equal to 0. 2 sine x is common. We left with sine x minus 1 sine x minus 1 is equal to 0. So I got factor sine x minus 1 and 2 sine x minus 1 is equal to 0. So using these two factors, I have to find the values of x. If I consider the first factor, sine x minus 1 is equal to 0 or sine x is equal to 1. So x is equal to sine inverse of 1, that is 90 degree, or in this case it is pi by 2. There is only one answer. And for second case, if I consider 2 sine x minus 1 is equal to 0, sine x is equal to 1 by 2, or x is equal to sine inverse of 1 by 2. Sine inverse of 1 by 2 gives you 30 degree or pi by 6. So the base angle is pi by 6 and sine is positive. So it has second value in the second quadrant, pi by 6. I need to give this answer. So I have x is equal to pi by 6 and pi minus pi by 6. So x is equal to pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. The solution is x is equal to, first solution is pi by 2, pi by 6, pi by 2 and 5 pi by 6. These are the three answers, the solutions for this equation. Question is, it's a question 4 in exercise 3C. It says cos x is minus 3 by 5. And x lies between 90 and 180. It means the angle is in second quadrant, it is obtuse angle. Find the exact value of sine 4x. First of all, I am going to use this value. I know the angle is between 90 and 180. It is somewhere here. X lies here in the second quadrant. Cosine is base over hypotenuse. So its base is minus 3. Hypotenuse is 5. Using the Pythagoras theorem, I can find the perpendicular. P square would be 5 square plus minus 3 square. That will be 25 minus 16. So P is 4. So using these values, I can find sine x perpendicular of hypotenuse and tan x as perpendicular over base. Now I have to find sine 4x. I have to find sine 4x. Remember, I have the values of cos x, sine x, and tan x, single x. Here I have 4x. I have to change it into x. For that purpose, I am going to split. I am going to use the double angle formula. In double angle formula, remember when sine 2x is written as 2 sine x cos x. The 2x has been changed into x and x. These angles are half of this angle. So x is half of 2x. When I apply that identity over here, it becomes 2 sine 2x cos 2x. I'm using the same identity, sine and cos, 2 sine cos, 2 sine cos. But the angle is half used here. So 4x becomes 2x, 2x. Still, these values are not with me. So I have to still change 2x into 1x. For that purpose, again, I'm going to use, for sine 2x, I'm going to use the same identity. That is 2 sine x cos x. And for cos, I can use any one of these because all values are with me. So I can use 2 cos square x minus 1. Now these values are known to me, value of cos and value of sine. So I can use those values to calculate further. But the question was to find the exact value. So I have to find the exact value. So I have 2 into 2, 4. Sine x is replaced by 4 by 5. Cos x is replaced by minus 3 by 5. 2 cos square means minus 3 by 5 square minus 1. So in the beginning, what I did, using cosine x is equal to minus 3 by 5 and x lies in second quadrant, I have calculated the values of sine x and tan x. Then second part said find the exact value of sine 4x. So what I did, I have applied this formula over here. In this formula, actually we are using half angles here. The 2x is a double angle and its half is x. So we're using half angle here. So I have sine 4x. So when I apply first identity, I have written 2 sine cos, but angle is half. Instead of 4x, I have written 2x and 2x. Further, I have to change these sine 2x and cos 2x into x. Again, I apply the same identity. This 2 is written over here. Sine 2x is replaced by 2 sine x cos x. Cos 2x is replaced by any one of these identities, doesn't matter, any one of these three. Then I have used the values of sine x and cos x. Cos x is given, sine x is calculated. I have used these values. You just have to calculate them. Minus 48 by 25 into, it will be 9, 18 by 25 minus 1. So minus 48 by 25 into 18 minus 25 by 25. Minus 48 by 25 into minus 7 by 25. Just calculate it, you'll get the exact value of sine 4x. This is how we apply the double angle formula. That's it from my side for today. Inshallah, tomorrow we will solve few more problems related to the double angle formula for the practice. Then I'll send you the worksheet for your practice. Thank you.